Have you ever observed how certain men seem to disappear from a woman's thoughts almost immediately, while others create an impression that lasts indefinitely? It's not about physical appearance. It's not about his sense of humor. It's about how he made her feel deep down. Most men operate in reaction mode. They seek validation, attempt to impress, offer too many explanations, and hope they'll be selected. A Stoic man, however, moves with a different rhythm. He doesn't put on a show. He simply exists as he is. And that silent confidence is precisely what lingers in her mind. When a man functions from inner steadiness rather than insecurity, he becomes something uncommon. And the uncommon ones are rarely forgotten. Let's examine 6 traits that render a man unforgettable. Number 1. She never forgets the man who masters his emotions. Consider this. The majority of men lose composure the instant they sense rejection or disrespect. They raise their tone, engage in arguments, or try to validate themselves. A Stoic man does the opposite. He pauses, he watches, he answers with cool precision. Marcus Aurelius once remarked, "You have command over your mind, not outside events." Understand this, and you'll discover power. A man who embodies that truth becomes immovable. Picture her attempting to provoke you, making a pointed comment just to gauge your reaction. Rather than responding, you remain steady. You offer a slight smile and reply, "I understand." Then you proceed forward. That quietness, that command, resonates differently because emotional regulation equals security. And every woman remembers the man who gave her security, not via dominance, but through tranquility. Number 2. She never forgets the man who hears more than he talks. In this era, everyone is desperate to be heard. Everyone is voicing opinions, cutting others off, debating. But a Stoic man listens with intention. He doesn't merely catch phrases. He pays attention to meaning. When she speaks, he isn't formulating his retort. He isn't preparing his next line. He's simply there. That kind of presence communicates something strong. You are significant enough for me to stay quiet, and that sort of quiet becomes unforgettable because so few individuals offer it. When she feels genuinely grasped, her emotions link that stillness to warmth, safety, and esteem. This is how emotional ties are forged. Not through speaking, but through attentiveness. Number 3. She never forgets the man who departs peacefully. Endings expose a man's true nature. Most men plead, dispute, or push for resolution when turned away. A Stoic man doesn't. He merely states, "I wish you well," and moves on. No hostility, no retaliation, because his value isn't decided by the result. That type of peace is powerful and disturbing. She anticipated turmoil but discovered serenity. She expected theatrics, but witnessed self-mastery. And that instance repeats in her thoughts. He didn't pursue me. He released me. That composed dignity commands a respect she cannot articulate. Stepping away isn't frailty. It's evidence that you are your own. And very few men ever achieve that kind of fortitude. Number 4. She never forgets the man who dedicates himself to a purpose larger than her. A Stoic man's existence doesn't center on any individual. It centers on meaning. He rises with objectives, constructs something valuable, and evolves every day. When she notices you don't abandon everything for attention, that your purpose takes priority, she admires you more. Epictetus once stated, "If you wish to progress, be willing to appear foolish and ignorant, because your journey won't always align with others' views. Yet it gives your life orientation, framework, and significance." Women are attracted to men with clarity because clarity equals predictability. And predictability provides safety. When you're concentrated, she recognizes she can't divert you from your route. And paradoxically, that's when you become most appealing, because she observes your life is already complete, and she must qualify for a role in it. Number 5. She never forgets the man whose presence offers tranquility, not disruption. Thrill diminishes. Passion subsides, but calmness endures. Most relationships fail because they're founded on emotional peaks, jealousy, friction, spectacle. A Stoic man introduces balance. His atmosphere feels like a deep exhale after a tiring day. When she's beside him, she feels anchored. She can unwind, be authentic, and trust that he won't lose steadiness. And that's when she starts linking your existence with serenity. And once a woman associates you with serenity, she never lets go of that memory. Because peace is uncommon, and people always recall where they discovered it. Number 6. She never forgets the man who pardons quietly. Pardoning isn't submission. It's power. When you pardon, you aren't implying what occurred is acceptable. You're saying you no longer hold influence over me. A Stoic man doesn't pursue vengeance or spread rumors. He permits time to expose reality, because clinging to bitterness only harms the spirit. And when she recognizes you've moved on without resentment, she experiences something difficult to define: admiration. Because pardoning demands a strength most individuals lack. Marcus Aurelius phrased it perfectly: the finest revenge is to be unlike your opponent. That captures the spirit of Stoicism, governing yourself instead of attempting to govern others. So, let's consolidate everything. A woman never forgets the man who remains composed under strain, listens with full attention, departs peacefully, exists with intention, spreads calmness, and pardons without animosity. An unforgettable man isn't the most vocal in the space. He's the one who carries silent fortitude, who remains balanced regardless of circumstances. His assurance doesn't stem from outside approval, but from inner character. He doesn't attempt to shape how others view him, only how he presents himself. That's what renders him unforgettable, because long after the texts disappear, the recollections blur, and feelings settle, she'll still recall the man who didn't forfeit himself trying to gain her. She'll recollect the one who opted for peace over ego, purpose over recognition, and wisdom over impulse. If this message spoke to you, give it a thumbs up, pass it along to someone who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more content on age, old wisdom, contemporary resilience, and emotional command. If you've reached the conclusion of this lesson, write, "I completed the lesson." I'm curious to know who genuinely follows this path with consistency. Thank you for watching, and until we meet again, remain rooted, remain composed, and proceed along your road with quiet assurance.